Good morning, everyone. Glad to see everyone here on this beautiful day. Wow, it's awesome to be in this laboratory and seeing these brilliant mind scientists doing their experiments. And I wanted to tell you a little bit more about other great scientists doing great work in the world. So first I want to tell you that in 2009, 28 renowned international scientists defined a concept called planetary boundaries, which is based on the 9 critical systems that keep Earth stable and define the limits that the humans can do their activities within those boundaries. And unfortunately, in 2023, they found that we have already trespassed on 6 of them. Another great group of scientists are thousands of top experts on climate change that the United Nations call upon. And for decades, they have been telling us to limit global emissions. They've been telling us that we need to stay within 1.5 degrees C without having detrimental effects on the mankind. But again, sad to say that the trajectory is that we will overshoot that mark. So they have encouraged both the private and public sector to step up and do everything they can. But the third group of scientists are the brilliant minds, like we saw here earlier, that are in laboratories all around the world. And they're doing experiments and they're finding new solutions in new fuels, in new materials, in carbon dioxide removal, and other great stuff. But what we need to think about is that for these solutions and great scientists to have an impact and make a difference, they really need to step out of the laboratory. They need to think about what are the next steps. And it can be scary stepping out of the laboratory because you need you're entering the real world. You're going from this tiny Earth that was mentioned earlier into the real big one. And some, they need to do field research to advance their knowledge. Some need just to be deployed and scaled. But for this, you need to build a business, to build projects, to do contracting, to do stakeholder management. And today, we have a great set of speakers that would talk to also these aspects and how they have met these challenges. Startups teams, they really want people and need people in the trenches with them, because getting into the real world can be time-consuming and really hard. I often hear things like, don't just tell me how to do the business case. Don't just tell me how this agreement should look like. Can you please just do it for me or help me write the damn thing? And that's where Transition Labs comes in, because having the right set of seasoned experts can save a company months and months of work. They can save millions of dollars and then can decrease the project significantly. And that's what we at Transition Labs here in Reykjavik do for international startups in the climate sector. So we've worked with entrepreneurs in the field of carbon chemistry, material science, aerospace, geology, and many others. And we have projects, and I can just name a few in the sake of time, since we only have a few minutes. For example, we have a company called Rockpour that are doing material science, and they are doing circular solutions into new applications such as sustainable building materials. We are working with Clean Air Task Force, a really strong US nonprofit that are advancing the next generation of geothermal power generation in super hot dry rock. And we're helping them build a global coalition of researchers and governments and to advance the pilot program for the sake of commercializing this technology that could have a huge potential for green energy baseloads. And we're also working with Rust Marine Research Center that is doing critical research to understand better ocean acidification and how to combat that. And is part of a global network of non-profit marine research centers funded through the Carbon to Sea initiative from the US. But we are also working not only with super deep and super hot, but also super cold and super high, because we have a UK-based company that's the leader in space-based solar power, Space Solar, and we are happy that Martin is here and will tell us more about it in the afternoon. But I want to thank you all for being here today and looking forward to a great session with you all. But I think our next speaker is here. Lena, can you take the stage, please? Thank you.